speaker, who is Dr. Laurita. Dr. Laurita Ondih is a medical doctor with professional experience working with children and families. She's committed to advancing child health through education, prevention, and evidence-based guidance. So please, everybody, join me and welcome Dr. Laurita because we had to drag her from seeing her patients. Dr. Laurita, we're so sorry that we are joining
I'm
you
fine.
late. So sorry, but please, the floor is yours. Please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Hi everyone. Good evening. So I will try to be a bit fast because I have something.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, we can hear you now. We can hear you now. Couldn't hear you before.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to share my screen now. I'm sorry. I just have to do it fast. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen? Hello. All
Yes.
right.
It's
Okay.
coming
So
up. It's still coming up.
okay. So let
For
me do
those who
that.
are just joining us, while we're waiting for Dr. Loreta's screen, she's talking about building immunity from within. So, how nutrition shapes your child's long-term health. We can't see your screen yet. It's just saying that you have started sharing the screen, but can't really. Okay, now it has come up. All right.
All right. Okay. So thank you to the host. So I'll be moving straight to the topic, building immunity from within and how nutrition shapes your child's long-term health. So, but before we go on, I have I have an issue. My screen is not even changing. Oh God.
Oh no, technical
Sorry.
difficulties.
Okay, before we go on, I want to start like painting two scenarios of child A and child B. Okay, so we have child A and child B, both at 3 years old, have the same weight, both attend the same school, attend the same school, and they are from the same community. So now, with child A, once the child wants to go to school, the mother gives vegetables, sometimes fruits, occasionally eggs, sometimes juices, which are very occasional, then water. But for child B, the mom gives the child pap in the morning most of the time. Most of the times fruit juices. We have biscuits, we have sugary snacks. So now with child A has a good school attendance, while child B has a poor school attendance. Child A falls ill occasionally and makes a fast recovery, but child B has constant hospital visits, always on routine antibiotics, and sometimes takes multivitamins. So I want you to take note of these two scenarios because most of our talk will be based on child A and child B. And I would like you to tell me, like at the end of the class, who do you think should have a better immunity? So for the next slide, so let's move towards immunity. So it's just your children's ability to fight an infection. And what we should know is that immunity is built over time. There's no magic about it. There's no way you can decide to want to improve or boost your child's immunity the same day or in a week. It is something that is built from the first time you get pregnant to the child is 2 years of age. So whatever you do within that period of time is usually known as the 1,000 days of a child's life determines the child's immunity. So, and it is not built in your pharmacy. No amount of Abidec, no amount of immune boosters you buy for your children can improve their immunity. It is from your kitchen. So your children's immunity is built from within your home. So, so now what builds the immunity? You mentioned that immunity is just like your, like let's say soldiers within your children's body fighting against infection. It's not limited to children, but because we are more I will be talking more on children. I'm talking especially about children. So now let's say, so what builds immunity? The first thing is the nutrition. of your child. Let's remember our case scenario, child A and child B, we had mentioned earlier the kind of food child A was taking to school and the kind of food child B was taking to school. Then the second and most important is your children's gut health. Gut health is like, I don't want, because the last time I did a video online and I said I used the layman word that
Network, oh,
it's like the
BTS.
stomach. It causes a lot of problems. I don't know if you can get me.
Okay, we can hear you now. Yes.
All right, so it's so their gut is like their stomach, their intestines. Then we also have sleep and hydration, but I'll be talking basically from the first two, that is their nutrition and their gut health. So So let's start. We mentioned nutrition, and the first part of the nutrition is the protein. So you have soldiers that are supposed to fight in battle, yet those soldiers are not fed. They do not have the necessary equipment to fight in that battle. Or normally, what happens is that they lose the battle, and that's the same thing that happens with your children. If your children do not get the necessary protein they need, they cannot build up an
That's
immune
what the reason I
reaction
watched
to
the
fight
documentary.
infection. And that's why proteins are very important in helping your children to fight infection, to help them to recover from infections fast, and also to help their bodies to grow. In most African homes, most of our diets are filled with carbohydrates and little or no protein. And this is affecting a lot of children in the longer run. Now, remember when we mentioned the case scenario of child A that had some protein in his diet, like eggs in his diet, this child, if the child should fall sick, the child is able to recover from the infection faster than if child B, who had no protein in his diet, will recover from infection. So that's to tell you how important proteins are in a child's diet. Now, I would like to ask, what are some of the sources of proteins we know? You can just mention it in the chat box. So I even know if we have an idea of what proteins are. And another question, how often do we include protein in our children's diet? Please, am I being heard?
Yes, can you see the chats? We have people are putting things in the chat.
All right, okay.
So we
Okay,
have
let me check
egg,
the chat.
fish, meat, beans. I saw a rule now. Someone
Good,
even said every
beautiful,
meal.
beautiful,
There's
beautiful.
tofu, chicken.
Oh yeah,
Our people know, they know what's up. They know protein.
nice, good, beautiful. So the next thing that is very important in a child's immunity is their vitamins and minerals. So the vitamins are like the small building blocks of a child's immunity. And what I do not just want to bore this up with a lot of medical terms because most of 100% of children that die in Africa today, 45% of them are died from malnutrition. And this malnutrition are usually the cause of the malnutrition is usually from these micronutrient deficiencies, such as the vitamins and the minerals. A lot of our children suffer from micronutrient deficiencies, and this goes into our longer lives, like it prolongs into our lives, affecting us. You now wonder why you see a woman who wants to go for is pregnant and they'll tell you that your blood levels are low. All of this started from childhood. That is why it's very important that what you do to your children at this time would determine what happens to them once they grow older. So because your children do not show anything now, because there's this debate that a woman will tell you, I don't want to give, I'll give my child pap before 6 months and nothing will happen. My child is fat. Fat does not mean you have the immunity to fight infections in future. And that is why most breastfed babies before 6 months have a better immunity in the longer run than most children that have poor nutrition at the beginning of their life. So one of the importance of the micronutrients is that it helps to fight your body infections, such as vitamin A. I don't know if you know some sources of vitamin A. It also reduces the severity of illnesses like zinc, which is very important. In most diarrhea diseases, when we were treating diarrhea diseases in children, there's this substance we just give zinc. This zinc is to help to reduce the severity of that diarrhea. Now, most of the children we manage are children that have micronutrient deficiencies. They are children that suffer from protein energy malnutrition. They are the ones that always come with the severe forms of diarrhea. And because some of these micronutrients are not available in their diet to help them fight the infections for themselves. Then another thing too is vitamin C. It helps to boost a child's immunity and help body heal faster. And that is the reason why you will see if a child has a cough.
Oh, we can't hear you again. Network, please allow us. So we want to hear Dr. Laurita. Oh, goodness. What is happening with this network today? Network, please release Dr. Laurita, I beg. Voila. But we are seeing your questions in the chats. Hopefully, she'll be able to come back. She still has time. We are seeing your questions in the chat and we are actually answering them as we go along. So please keep dropping them. We'll keep answering them. And then for the speakers themselves, network should please allow them so that they can come back and give us. But how has the session been so far, pending when we were working on getting Dr. Laurita back? But
Very
this, for me,
informative.
very informative. I agree. Very informative. The last three speakers have, I mean, I know things, but this one is opening my mind to a different perspective, especially as a mom myself. Like, it's
Gentle
opening my
reminder.
mind. Yes, I like that. Gentle reminder. I like that. I need more. I need more. I need more. I know you people are here. I know people are fine. No, I'm just seeing different faces. Even though it's night for some of you, you guys look beautiful. Oh, goodness. Where's Dr. Laurita? I don't want her time to finish before she comes back. We prayed for this network to not disturb our speakers today, honestly speaking. But I think these sessions have been really loaded. And this is only day one. We still have day two. We still have day three. Please tell your friends that signed up to make sure they join us for these conversations. Okay, I'm not sure if we are getting Dr. Laurita back. I'm still waiting for them to give me a thumbs up whether she's joining or sorry, I keep looking away because there's another screen in front of me. So I'm reading messages from the team and I'm like, bring her back, bring her back. We are looking for her. But yes. Oh, I love it. Someone says so loaded. It feels like a PEDS refresher. Yes, 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 yes. The PEDS Nutrition Challenge is definitely the major reason why we're even doing this because we find that, just like Dr. Laurita said, a lot of children are dying from malnutrition. And it's not malnutrition from eating rice, potato. Oh, she's back. Yay! She's back. She's back. She's back. Thank God.
Sorry, my son touched this. I don't know what he did. Sorry. I'm really sorry about that. I'm
It's
almost
okay.
even done.
It's a reminder. He wanted to remind you that the session is about him. So please keep going.
Okay, my session is almost done, right?
You still have
Hello?
about 10 more minutes. You still have about 10 minutes.
Okay, my slides are almost even done. All right, so, okay, now, so before we finish this slide, are you seeing my slide? No, I don't
No,
think so.
not yet. Not yet.
I don't think you're seeing my slide.
No, we are not seeing your slide yet.
I don't know what's happening to my system. Okay, what about now? Oh, I'm really sorry for the delay.
You can continue because even the previous one, we couldn't, the slide wasn't moving, but we were receiving wonderful, wonderful information from you. So
All right, okay, okay. So as you mentioned earlier, we had a child with that was now child B was always in pap, sugary drinks, sugary snacks, biscuits, and all that. Now, I just want to find out with all of this, where do you think he gets his micronutrients from? Those snacks, those sugary stuff, do not give your children the vitamins and minerals they need to fight their to fight infections. And that's why you saw that child B was always in the hospital. And once he keeps on coming to the hospital, there's also the tendency that the school attendance drops because the time he's supposed to be in school, he spends his time taking medications at the hospital. So it is very important what you feed your children with. It affects almost all aspects of their life. Now, so the next thing I mentioned that what makes nutrition, immunity is the gut health. Now, I want us to know that 70% of the child's ability to fight an infection comes from the stomach, the gut, the digestive lining, the digestive tract. I hope you understand. So what does that mean? What you feed your children should not be based on quantity only, but quality of what you feed, because your gut the term is based. I mean, your gut is your gut is their gut are dependent on what is provided to them. There are trillions of bacteria lining their stomachs, their digestive tract, that help them to fight infections. They help to fight against other bacterial infections. But giving your children sugary snacks, refined carbohydrates, and recurrent use of antibiotics affects all of these good bacteria and exposes your kids to recurrent infections. And that is why it is not okay for a mother to constantly give the children antibiotics. You are not helping your children in the long run. You are not helping those bacteria that are within that digestive tract to fight infections in the longer run. Remember, child B was always on antibiotics. He was unable to create an immune response to fight against infections. Now, the diets which are rich in fibers, vegetables, yogurt, they help to protect that integrity in your children. And that is why it's very important that the quality of food you give your children, it should be more than the quantity. So what determines their immunity or their ability to fight infections in future is the quality of food you give them in the first 1,000 days of their life. So, so what can we do better? At least we should try as much as possible to add protein source to at least 2 meals daily. We should always try to include at least a fruit or vegetable in every daily meal in our children. Let's learn to reduce sugary drinks and snacks and encourage water intake. Feeding must not be expensive. It is all about balance. You can try pap, you can put granite, you can put milk, you can try rice with eggs and vegetables, you can try rice and beans, you can try yam and egg sauce. You can see I'm balancing I'm balancing vegetables, carbohydrates, and protein, not just pap. Because my last encounter with a patient, I saw a malnourished patient, and this mom was on pap alone for how many months? And when I asked her, what do you put in your child's food? She said only Milo. Like, we can do better. So, as a take home, immunity is not built in our pharmacies. It's not built by giving your children Abidex. It's not built by giving your children immune boosters. It is built in your kitchen. What you feed your children with today determines what their health outcomes becomes in several years to come. And immunity does not grow overnight. It's not magic. It is consistency. And a good immunity does not mean it needs to be expensive. And a full stomach is not the same as a nourished one. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, I don't have the words to describe what you just did. You took 10 years of nutrition and just finished it in 25 minutes, Dr. Lorita. Please don't go yet. There are some questions. Guys, please give it up for Dr. Lorita. This is incredible. This is incredible. Here I was thinking that maybe it's just nutrition for kids that is fighting for nutrition like this. So, did you people hear she did not mention any medication? She said you people
And
should not, nutrition is not, immunity is not built in the pharmacy. Let me just take the questions. I have some questions for you.
it's
Let me
not.
take them. Let me take them. So someone says, is multivitamin mandatory? I see people talking about it a lot. P.S. I don't feel like my toddler needs one.
Please, it's not. It's not. It's not mandatory. It's not mandatory. And
Thank
that's
you
the
very
mistake a
much.
lot of mothers do. You go abuse this medication.
Yeah. I have another question. So this mom is actually ranting and I feel her pain. So she says, I don't have time to make homemade yogurt. Where I currently live, I've not seen yogurt with just culture and full fat. I'm tired. I think this mommy is asking, please, what's the possible alternatives? Can she use regular yogurt? Like what can she do so that if she can still offer her child yogurt?
Well, I don't know if the person can like send me a private message. I will send you a recipe for yogurt you can use for your children at home.
She said she doesn't have time to
You
make
can
the
make it at
homemade
home. I
yogurt.
always
That's
okay,
what
she
she
does
said.
not have time to make it. The
Yes.
nutritionist can help us at this point. I cannot say much about that.
Okay, what I would say is when you talk about culture, right?
Okay.
Almost all yogurt has culture in it. Just make sure the yogurt is in the fridge, number one. That's very, very important. Any yogurt that is not in the fridge does not have live culture. Number two, it doesn't have to be full fat. Your children can get fat from other foods. They can get fat from butter, the good oils you use, all those type of things, right? So that compensates for the fat you're not getting in the yogurt. But just make sure your yogurt is coming out of a fridge. If the yogurt is not in a fridge, don't buy it. All those small pack things that they sell on the shelf, that thing does not have living culture in it, which means zero living probiotics for your child. Okay, I'm
Okay.
running through questions. Let me see. Okay, another person is asking if multivitamins. She said it's not compulsory. It's not compulsory. She said is you are just giving your children too many things. Someone is asking what can we use to replace multivitamin?
God, not the I said your diet, your children's diet, the vegetables, the fruits, always incorporate it in each diet. That is enough. You don't need it
Okay.
unless
Another
unless you now come to the okay.
You people are asking so many questions about multivitamin. She said you people should not be giving your children multivitamin. Feed them. Feed them food. Feed them the nutrients that she talked about. And we're also going to share the slides with her as well. And if you're confused about what foods to give or what the combination is, that's what Nutrition for Kids NG is for. Just ask us questions and we'll be able to answer you.
Yes,
Uh,
sign up for PEDs.
Let me see. So another person says, my toddler has never falls sick when she's home, but whenever she goes to school and spends up to a week in school, she falls sick. I make sure to give her nutritious foods all the time. How can I minimize how often she falls sick when she goes to school?
Now the question is, what sickness are we talking about here? Because
Okay, so
the
she's
thing
asking
is,
what sickness.
in children, especially on that side, if you're talking about cough and catarrh, this is very common. That's the place where they pick up the infection common. It's like at school and at the crèche. And it doesn't make them, it doesn't mean that they have a weak immunity. It just introduces their immunity to something that the immunity can remember and fight in future. But if your children are well fed, the effects of the cough and catarrh will not be so much on them. Like for some children, that once they pick it up, they come up with the severe forms like pneumonia, bronchiolitis. But if your child is well fed, has the right immunity, the right nutrition, what they might always have is just the cough and the catarrh, and they'll still be doing okay.
Okay, that leads me to the follow-up question where a lot of people are asking, what can they do for cough and catarrh, like for children 8 months or just different ages? So I guess the major thing they're asking is, what are some quick home remedies that we can give to help soothe the symptoms of cough and catarrh? And then I have one more question for
All
you
right.
after that.
So, okay, you want to say all the questions I want?
Okay, let me say there's one more question here. Someone is asking, how long should homemade yogurt last in the freezer? And then please, you share your recipe with us because people are asking for the recipe. No, that was the last question. Oh, somebody is also
Okay, I'll
asking,
send it to
how
you so you
long
can now.
should you give Abidec to our kids? So remedies for cough and catarrh, how long should you give Abidec if you are giving Abidec? And then the how long should you keep yogurt in the freezer? Dr. Laurita, please don't pull your hair out.
Ah,
Help us. We are
okay,
innocent
see,
parents.
I'm not. I no, I know. I thought we have addressed the Abby deck before, so I'm surprised it's still coming up. That's why. All right. So for the cough and catarrh, what we always say, I'll be honest. If you come to me, I will never give you medications unless I see there's an indication for it. What we always say, just hydrate your children well. Give vitamin C syrup. If you don't want to give vitamin C syrup, you can in children, especially for those that are less than 6 months, because we don't want to start introducing unnecessary drugs. I mean, unnecessary foods. You can give them the vitamin C syrup, but for those above 6 months, you can give them a lot of citrus fruits like the water and you can also do steam inhalation. And then there's something about how to manage congestion. I cannot start explaining it here. I think I have posted that on my page on how to manage nasal congestion in your children at home. Yeah, so basically that's what I can say.
Okay, thank you. And then I think about freezing yogurt. How long can they freeze yogurt?
I hand it over to the nutritionist. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. I
Thank
don't
you
see
so
any
much.
other questions. I think you've answered most of them. Really appreciate you. Please, guys, we will drop Dr. Lorita's Instagram page in the WhatsApp group. Please follow her. Her page is a wealth of knowledge. I sat on her page one day. So let me tell the truth, Dr. Lorita, it's me that found you. I was searching on Instagram, who are the people that we can invite to come and join us? And I saw your page and I was like, no, if this woman does not come and speak, I'll cry. So thank you so much for what you do on social media, educating parents, sharing your wealth of knowledge, especially for somebody who works directly with children in the healthcare space. Thank you so much. We are so grateful. And we look forward to coming for you to come back again.